Are you a rubbish singer? Well, the bad news is that it's unlikely that you're actually scientifically tone deaf, so there goes that excuse. Humans love to sing. We've all belted out Shania in the shower. Pressing me much. Or Akadaka in the car.
Back in black! I'm back in black!
And for the percentage of us who are self-aware, we know we're not going to win any awards for the performance. But even those of us who just can't seem to hit that note, or that one,
from the chandelier,
or even any of them,
far wherever you are
probably just terrible singers and not actually tone deaf. Tone deafness is scientifically recognized as amusia. This is a defect which impacts a person's ability to process pitch and is present in about 4% of the population. For the most part, amusia is congenital, so no matter how many Disney sing-along videos your parents exposed you to, it was never actually going to help. However, it can also be triggered by brain trauma, which explains why you so rarely see retired footy players on The Voice. Keep your head up. An interesting side effect of amusia is that because pitch can't be processed, sufferers have no frame of reference for how a piece of music flows. If you can detect a pattern in rising and falling notes, you can anticipate where it's heading. Without this recognition, there's no structure, and the music descends into an unsatisfying, incomprehensible mess, much like the experimental tunes from a college jazz band. If you don't believe me, here's a scientist.
In the scientific world, tone deafness is actually a neural condition where the nerves in the ear aren't working. But tone deafness is literally where people can't hear that they're not hitting the right pitch. The relationship between what we can hear and what we can produce is so interlinked that, in fact, we need that link to be intact, to be able to sing in tune.
But it's not all bad news for amusiacs. Amusians? Amusicologists. Studies have shown that melodic and rhythmic processing are independent of each other, and that amusia sufferers are able to replicate beats with as much accuracy as a non-sufferer with the same amount of training. So there's no reason you can't still participate in music in a meaningful way. So do you have amusia? Here's a little test. Can you identify the simple pattern in these notes? If you heard them rising, you may actually be tone deaf, so you have our condolences. But your rhythm's probably still fine, so feel free to go get a drum kit. If you said they were falling, well, you're right, so it means that it's unlikely that you're tone deaf. So get back in the shower and keep practicing. Okay, so you drive a fancy car. That don't impress me much. Impressed?